I define a smart city as a city that uses the resources wisely to enable the citizens. And sustainability is an anchor for that. You can't have a smart city without a sustainable city. So if you think about within the world we're in today, I think of buildings and the infrastructure and how we have a moment where buildings are very ineffective. They historically have been designed in silos, and so what Microsoft is focusing and what I've focused on is how do you drive energy efficiency at city scale? And the output of that is we're allowed to improve energy efficiency, get better use of the resources, and enable our employees and occupants and citizens in a city to be more sustainable in themselves. They have to have their goals, their objectives. Are you focused on energy and water and the resources of it? So I think the first thing a city has to do is realize what's their jumping off point? Where are they at? And assess that. And they think from understanding that assessment, then they can put strategies in place to really achieve their goals. So if their goal is a 15% reduction in the use of water, great, they have it, they can understand. If they're measuring their water consumption and measuring the different dynamics of that, then they can put the overall strategy in place to achieve that through different tactics and strategies. It's the challenge between, there's different drivers for different groups in a city that's trying to achieve a smart city. So I think there has to be a very good relationship with the private-public partnership in there. And I think you have to have clear set goals from really the top of the city leadership. So I think for Asia, I think the thought of driving efficiency across the entire city. So I think measurable goals and being held accountable is going to be key for that to be successful. And I think, again, it's using IT as a mechanism to get to achieve the goals. And again, we talked about the big data proposition. There is just a tremendous wealth of data sitting around a city, and harnessing that to improve transport, to improve the other elements of the citizen's life that is in just a market transition. It's a fantastic time to be focused on this. There are a lot of great things in Asia going on today, and there's a lot of cities hitting great strides. I see elements in Australia, I see elements in other Asian cities. I just am really excited about Singapore. I think because you look at it's an island and it has roughly about 5.5 million people. But I think there's an overall strategy with smart nations that I don't really see across a lot of the broader Asian, where there's not a call to action by a prime minister and seeing the excitement of the customers and the citizens to achieve what that is. And that is in optimizing resources, developing sustainable cities, using the technology to drive efficiency. It's just a great moment right now. There's a lot of traction in that, driven by the smart nation strategy.